The problem which Hibernate solves. Let me start with my own story. In year 2010, I was working on an insurance project and I have developed an application using MySQL database, and I was very happy as most part of my application was completed and was ready to deploy in production environment. But my happiness was too short as my manager came in and he asked me to migrate from MySQL database to Oracle database as per the new client requirement, and he asked me to analyze this requirement, and that time I was very disappointed, but I had no other option but to look for all the Java files where I have written my SQL dialects, specific codes and codes to load and open up database connections, some SQL query specific to MySQL database, etc. And there were many such places where change need to be done, and there were many Java files where changes were required, and big task was to finding all these files where I needed to rewrite the code as per the Oracle database specifications. So this was the big task, and my manager said, Sunil, you have to look for some alternative ways to do this. It is just a simple database change and we can't afford this much time and effort. As you are saying that we need to look for the all Java files to change, and then I was clueless and had to agree with him, and I told him that I have to look for the alternative ways for sure to avoid this problem in the future development work, but I need some time to find a solution. And I started looking over internet, and I also started discussing with my colleagues and friends about this problem, and in the next meeting with my manager I told that I found a solution, and then he was so happy. He said, oh, that's great, what is the solution? And then I said, it's Hibernate. And I told him that Hibernate is a framework which can save our life in this situation, and lot of time, lot of development time and lot of migration time that we can save if we go with Hibernate. I also told him what Hibernate can do and how we can save time during development phase, and also if we migrate from one database to another database if we use Hibernate in our development. So in the next lecture we will be discussing about how Hibernate can do all these things and how Hibernate can solve all these problems of database migration, development time, object relational mapping, or we can say object relational mismatch problem that Hibernate solves. So Hibernate is a object relational mapping. So let's see in the next lecture.